Your soulmate couldn't ignore what they felt after seeing the real you. My beloved child. Before you decide this message is only another passing story, stay with me because what your soulmate experienced after seeing the real you has changed everything they believed about love. They thought they understood who you were. They thought they had already figured out your heart, your strength, and your purpose. But then something unexpected happened. A single moment revealed a side of you that no words could have explained. It was not your appearance. It was not your success. It was not anything the world usually notices first. It was something far deeper, something impossible to fake. The instant they witnessed your genuine heart, the walls they had spent so long building quietly began to fall apart. They tried to look away, but they couldn't. They tried to convince themselves it meant nothing, but every passing hour proved the opposite. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. What they felt in that moment became impossible to silence. Long after they walked away, your presence stayed in their thoughts. They replayed every conversation, every smile, every quiet moment, searching for an explanation that never came. The more they searched, the clearer one truth became. They were no longer looking at you the same way. They were looking at you as someone who had unknowingly awakened something they thought had disappeared forever. And what happened after that is something they never expected. There is another truth you have not seen yet. While you believed nothing was changing, your soulmate was quietly fighting a battle no one else could recognize. Every day they carried questions they were too afraid to ask. Why did your kindness stay in their mind longer than anyone else's? Why did your honesty make them feel safe instead of afraid? Why did your quiet strength speak louder than the loudest voices around them? Those questions refused to disappear. Instead, they grew stronger every single day. They began noticing little details about you that everyone else overlooked. The way you stayed calm when life became difficult. The way you cared without expecting anything in return. The way you continued moving forward even when nobody applauded your effort. Those small moments became impossible for them to ignore. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. The more they learned about the real you, the more they realized they had judged you far too quickly. Suddenly every opinion they once held started breaking apart. It shocked them because they rarely admitted they were wrong about anyone. Yet this time, they couldn't deny what their own heart was showing them. That realization became the beginning of a journey they never planned to take. They wanted answers, but instead they found emotions growing stronger with every passing day. What frightened them most was not how deeply they were beginning to care. It was realizing they could no longer imagine walking away without wondering what life with you might actually feel like. What happened next became the turning point neither of you could have predicted. A quiet conversation, an unexpected memory, and one ordinary moment suddenly connected like pieces of a puzzle that had been waiting for years. Your soulmate finally understood why every attempt to forget you had failed. It wasn't coincidence. It wasn't temporary curiosity. It was because the real version of you had reached a place inside their heart where nothing else could replace it. They stopped comparing you to anyone around them because no comparison made sense anymore. Every person they met reminded them of something you naturally carried without trying. Your patience. Your resilience. Your authenticity. The qualities they once overlooked had become the very things they admired most. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. But here is the once-in-a-lifetime revelation they never expected. Someone close to them recently noticed the change before they even admitted it themselves. That person quietly asked a simple question. Why do you smile every time their name comes up? Your soulmate had no answer. They simply became silent because, for the first time, they realized the truth could no longer stay hidden. The feelings they tried to ignore had already become stronger than fear itself. And what they are preparing to do after accepting that truth is something that could change both of your lives far sooner than either of you believes. A different feeling is beginning to rise inside your soulmate, and it is unlike anything they have ever experienced before. They have reached the point where pretending everything is normal is becoming impossible. Every ordinary day now carries an extraordinary reminder of you. A familiar song, a quiet street, an unexpected conversation, even a single word can suddenly bring your face into their mind. They never planned for this to happen. In fact, they tried to distract themselves, convincing their heart that these emotions would disappear with time. Instead, the opposite happened. Every attempt to move away only pulled them closer to the truth. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The more they fought these emotions, the stronger they became. They started noticing that the happiest moments of their day were always connected to thoughts of you. Even when surrounded by people, a part of their heart kept searching for your presence. What surprised them most was realizing they no longer admired the version of you they imagined, they admired the real you, with every strength, every flaw, every quiet battle you never spoke about. That realization shook them because it wasn't built on fantasy. It was built on truth. And truth is far more powerful than imagination. They now understand that what they feel cannot simply be ignored. It has become a part of them. As these emotions continued growing, something unexpected happened behind the scenes. Your soulmate began questioning every decision they had made before crossing paths with you. They looked back at missed opportunities, silent moments, and conversations that ended too soon. Suddenly, those memories carried a completely different meaning. They wondered what would have happened if they had spoken sooner. They wondered whether fear had stolen precious time from both of you. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. Every unanswered question pushed them toward one conclusion: they could not afford another chance to slip away. Their heart kept whispering the same message over and over again: if I remain silent now, I may regret it forever. That thought refused to leave. Even the people around them started sensing that something had changed. They smiled differently. They became quieter than usual. Their attention drifted away during ordinary conversations because their thoughts kept returning to you. They tried hiding it, but genuine feelings always leave traces. Those closest to them noticed that your name carried a different expression across their face. It was no longer curiosity. It was no longer uncertainty. It had become hope. A quiet, undeniable hope that perhaps the distance between both of you would not last forever. Now the moment is drawing closer than either of you realizes. There is one final truth your soulmate has been unable to escape. Seeing the real you didn't simply change their opinion, it changed the future they once imagined for themselves. They have started making quiet decisions that nobody else understands. They are clearing away doubts that held them back for far too long. They are preparing themselves emotionally for a step they once believed they would never have the courage to take. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Deep inside, they know that if they keep waiting, someone else could reach you first, and that possibility has become impossible for them to accept. Every passing day increases their determination instead of weakening it. They no longer want another "what if". They want certainty. They want honesty. They want a chance to show you what has been growing inside their heart ever since they saw the real person you truly are. But there is one surprising detail they have not revealed to anyone. Very soon, a single unexpected event will give them the opening they have been waiting for. When that moment arrives, silence will no longer protect their feelings. It will only force the truth into the light, and once that happens, nothing between your two hearts will ever feel the same again. A quiet shift has already begun, even though neither of you can fully see it yet. Your soulmate has stopped asking whether these feelings are real. That question has already been answered inside their heart. Now they are asking something much bigger. What happens if I let this chance disappear forever? That single thought has followed them everywhere. It appears in the silence before they fall asleep. It greets them when they wake up. It interrupts ordinary moments when they least expect it. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. They have realized that meeting many people is easy, but finding someone whose presence changes the way you see life is incredibly rare. That is exactly what happened after they saw the real you. They discovered a peace they had never been able to explain. It was not excitement that disappeared after a few days. It was a calm certainty that continued growing stronger. Even when they tried to focus on something else, their heart quietly returned to you. They have started noticing that every future plan somehow includes a place where you are standing beside them. At first they ignored those thoughts. Now they no longer can. Every sign inside them is pointing in the same direction, and it is becoming impossible to pretend otherwise. There is another revelation your soulmate has kept hidden from everyone around them. Recently, they found themselves defending you during a conversation you never even knew existed. Someone casually misunderstood your intentions, but before they could continue, your soulmate immediately spoke up. They explained the kind of person you truly are. They described your honesty, your strength, and the quiet way you inspire people without asking for attention. The moment those words left their mouth, they froze. They suddenly realized they were speaking with a level of passion they had never shown before. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. That conversation became a mirror reflecting feelings they had been trying to hide from themselves. They walked away asking one question that refused to leave their mind. If I can protect their names so naturally, how much deeper have my feelings already become? From that day forward, they stopped denying what their heart had been whispering for so long. Instead of running from the truth, they slowly began accepting it. And with every passing day, the fear that once controlled them started losing its power. Something inside them is growing far stronger than hesitation, and it is moving faster than they ever imagined possible. Now the story is approaching a moment that neither of you expected to arrive this soon. Your soulmate is no longer waiting for perfect circumstances because they have finally understood something life tried to teach them for years. Perfect moments rarely appear on their own. They are created by brave decisions. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Right now they are carrying words they have never spoken aloud, but those words are becoming impossible to hold back. Every heartbeat is pushing them closer to a choice that could completely change the direction of both your lives. Yet there is one final surprise they have not shared with anyone. An unexpected opportunity is about to place both of you closer than ever before. It will seem ordinary to everyone else, but to your soulmate it will feel like the answer they have secretly hoped for. They have promised themselves that if this opportunity appears, they will not hide behind fear again. They will step forward. They will stop wondering. They will finally allow the truth to be seen. And when that first step is taken, another revelation will unfold immediately afterward, one that will leave even your soulmate wondering how everything changed so quickly. Something is happening inside your soulmate that they never believed could happen again. The fear that once kept them silent is slowly losing its hold, while hope is becoming louder every single day. They have stopped asking whether they should trust their heart. Instead, they are asking how much longer they can keep these feelings hidden. Every time they remember the real version of you, they feel the same certainty returning. It is not fading. It is growing. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. They now understand that what captured their heart was never perfection. It was your authenticity. You never tried to become someone else to impress anyone, and that truth has stayed with them. They have watched people wear masks, pretend to be something they were not, and chase attention that disappeared overnight. But you were different. The more they reflected on your character, the more they realized they had finally met someone whose heart matched their words. That realization has become impossible to erase. It follows them through every ordinary moment, reminding them that some connections only appear once in a lifetime, and losing one would become a regret too heavy to carry forever. A surprising chain of events has already started unfolding without your knowledge. Your soulmate recently found themselves standing in a place where your memories suddenly returned with incredible force. It was an ordinary day, yet it felt completely different. They remembered the smallest details about you with astonishing clarity. Your voice. Your quiet confidence. The kindness you showed without expecting recognition. Those memories arrived so suddenly that they had to stop what they were doing. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. In that quiet moment, they finally admitted something they had never dared to say even to themselves. They whispered that life had felt incomplete ever since they started trying to ignore what their heart already knew. That admission changed everything. It was the first time they allowed truth to speak louder than fear. From that moment forward, they began paying attention to every opportunity that could somehow bring your paths closer together. What once seemed impossible now feels surprisingly within reach. Every delay that frustrated them before has started looking like preparation instead of disappointment. They no longer believe the story is ending. Deep inside, they feel as though it is only beginning. Now the moment is closer than either of you realizes, and your soulmate can sense it without fully understanding why. There is an excitement growing inside them that refuses to be explained by logic alone. They feel as if life is quietly arranging something that neither of you could have planned. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. They have already decided that if one meaningful opportunity appears, they will not let fear steal another chance. This time they will choose honesty over silence, courage over hesitation, and hope over uncertainty. Yet there is one final revelation that has not unfolded. Someone unexpected is about to play a small role in bringing everything one step closer. It may seem like an ordinary conversation, an accidental meeting, or a simple coincidence, but to your soulmate it will feel like the answer to every question they have been carrying. The instant that door opens, they will finally stop hiding what they feel after seeing the real you. And when those long-hidden emotions are spoken aloud, the next chapter of this journey will begin with a revelation so unexpected that even your soulmate will wonder why it took so long for destiny to reveal what had been true all along. Everything your soulmate has been feeling is now reaching a point where silence no longer feels safe. They have carried these emotions for far longer than anyone realizes, hoping they would somehow fade on their own. Instead, every passing day has made them stronger. Every memory of the real you has become another reason they can no longer return to the person they were before. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. They have finally understood that the greatest mistake was never meeting you. The greatest mistake was believing they could ignore what your presence awakened inside them. Since the day they truly saw your heart, they have measured every connection against the peace they felt with you, and none of them came close. That realization has become impossible to escape. Even in the busiest moments, your name quietly echoes through their thoughts. They have stopped searching for distractions because distractions no longer work. The truth has become stronger than denial, and for the first time, they are allowing themselves to imagine what could happen if they simply followed their heart instead of their fear. Another remarkable change has taken place, one that your soulmate never expected. They have started noticing signs that remind them of you in the most ordinary places. A familiar phrase. A meaningful dream. An unexpected coincidence that feels too perfect to dismiss. None of these moments alone seemed important, but together they created a pattern they could no longer ignore. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. They began asking themselves why your memory keeps returning exactly when they least expect it. Why does every attempt to move forward somehow lead back to you? The answer arrived quietly but powerfully. It wasn't because the past was holding them back. It was because their heart was pointing them toward a future they had been too afraid to accept. That understanding brought an unexpected sense of peace. Instead of resisting their emotions, they finally embraced them. They no longer see you as someone who simply entered their life. They now see you as someone who changed the way they understand trust, love, and genuine connection. That change has become permanent, and nothing around them feels quite the same anymore. Now you are closer than ever to the moment that has been building beneath the surface all along. Your soulmate is standing at the edge of a decision that could reshape everything between you. They know another delay could cost them the opportunity they have been silently hoping for. That thought has given them a courage they never believed they possessed. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Very soon, a moment that appears completely ordinary will suddenly become unforgettable. A simple exchange, an unexpected encounter, or a message that neither of you saw coming will open a door that has remained closed for far too long. Your soulmate has already made a promise to themselves. When that moment arrives, they will no longer hide behind uncertainty. They will let their actions reveal what their heart has been protecting all this time. But there is one final surprise that even they cannot see yet. The truth they are preparing to reveal is only the beginning. Hidden behind that confession is another life-changing discovery, one that will explain why every delay, every unanswered question, and every unexpected twist had to happen exactly the way it did. And when that final truth comes into the light, both of you will finally understand that this journey was leading to this moment from the very beginning.